Hello, folks. Right, so today's the day. Today is the day we talk about the end of Elden Ring. We talk about Elden Ring in general, and I eat a banana because my tum tum's going to explode. And banana good. Um, just ignore me. Oh God. I'm just gonna scuff this down quickly. Mhm. Right. I don't know what's happening with the game. It's having its hiccups. That'll be fun. Okay. So I talked about adding up to do that. God, look at it, the game. Why is it doing this bad? We good now? We chill? Okay, that was weird. So in the last stream, we finished it. We finished Elden Ring. We did all of the optional sort of legendary bosses. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the game as a whole and have a little journey about the place. The game is having a moment and a half. Holy shit. It is not like the fact that I finished it. Okay, so we're gonna do some field bosses because that's gonna be the big funny. We could also do we could also do the big ass dragon. Do I want to do the big ass dragon? We can try. I mean, I'm not gonna lose anything. Part of my brain's like, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? We'll do a new game plus, and then another bit of me's like, no. And I say no because this game. I've done a new game plus already. That's one of the reasons why, but also, if I'm gonna be doing anything else, we're gonna be doing a sorcerer playthrough, and that's largely because once you've done everything in this game, you have done everything in this game. Like, just put into perspective how long it has taken me to do a fresh playthrough, right? Just remember that. Because that's where I'm at. imagine if these dragons could breathe fire? Could you imagine a world where that happened? This would be fucked. For some reason they decided not to allow these dragons to breathe fire. I don't quite understand why. I'm grateful for it. But holy shit. There's a real possibility that one day that could happen. I do just kind of find it amusing how this entire place is just like this. In fact, we don't need to make the whole story. This ain't nice, is it? I wonder how a Greek dragon must feel about me, just killing them all by stabbing their feet. That's gotta be embarrassing, right? Just, that's the thing, like, you just can't be asked past the ball. Just cannot be asked. And it's always funny to me as well, because these dragons, like, these beastie dragons, like, they have to nerf them here. They have to make sure that they don't breathe fire. Otherwise, that would just screw up the entire game, or this entire area. Look at that. That was weird. Well, that was a death of my own doing. That was top lols. Can we really spawn past the that one, right? Yeah, so we spawn past the divine tree. That's weird. That's just I don't get that. The game has like a built-in skip for just getting past one of the air trees. Right. We broke the system. Oh, what a loo. I was wondering at what point can I one-hand that and use a shield? Is it good to do that now? Medium load, yeah. That's I think that's the bit where the game's broken, right? What about a heavier shield? Ah, heavy load. What do we need for that? Look at this. I don't actually know what's in this one. Probably like another memory slot or something like that. That's a random nook just to have there. Oh well. I don't really care, to be honest. When we do a social playthrough, I'm sure that stuff like that's going to be a bit more what, but why? Was that him? Okay. Oh no. I've been poisoned. What will I do? Look as my health drops faster than anything that's ever dropped before. This is the big sad. I don't actually know what I'm doing the wrong road. Over here? I guess we're going over here. I was about to be talking about the game as a whole, but I've just sort of like mentally neglected that. Is that a boss? I guess that's a boss. Oh, I know what you are. You're one of those. You're a Batman. How's it going, Batman? Do you get a health bar? You do. Wow, can you get one of those but Scarlet Rot? That wasn't very nice. Well, you actually doing the damage. You are actually doing the damage. I don't know what's happening anymore. Well, my move's about to kill you, so... I know I am. Nope, I remember this. But always coming. I just don't get it. Just really don't get it. I'm pretty darn sure. Just past these doors is where we can find the dude that the hunter was going to take us to. Right? Yeah, that's him over there. Okay, so that's cool. I mentally neglected this, so that's something, I guess. How's it going, dude?
But the deaths bring more.
There's Beast Roar. I'm pretty sure that, like, giving me Beast Roar doesn't actually mean that much, because isn't that a thing that you can pick up anyway? I'm pretty sure you can pick that up somewhere. Anyways, that happened. I kind of want to figure out how to get inside this Divine Tower. I still think that, like, the Divine Towers are by far the most striking things in this game, but it does kind of suck how, like, there's not a lot of an emphasis placed on them. They're just here. Oh yeah, the dragon's respawn. I forgot about that. Dragon's Barrow is literally made like 10 times less intimidating because they can't breathe fire. If they could, then I'd be scared shitless to go through here. Shall we look it up? Divine Tower. Oh, so I need to head up above. Okay, so I'll start from over here. I didn't real I thought it was going to be like you have to go underneath, but apparently you take a ladder all the way up. So we have to go up here. Oh god, don't do that. Is that down there? Oh, I see the ladder, I see the ladder. Oh wow, that definitely doesn't look like that should be possible, but it is. Oh, okay. I thought I was about to say goodbye, but I guess he wasn't. So that happened. Climbing the tower. Tower of love. Climbing up above. I don't know which way to go. That looks like that would be a... Yeah. That this would be a path forward, right? The bridge wide ahead. I mean, technically it's not. If we fall down there, you can just move the ladder about. Oh. Oh no. Oh god, this looks, precarious. Oh shit. Oh shit, I didn't even see that. Oh god. That is horrendous. So they give you a platform to land on? Yeah, that's so stupid. They give you a platform to land on, but there's nowhere to go. So... I could try and use trying to get up there. What? I can get it. No, don't stop doing that. That is insane. I'm trying, man. I'm trying my best. Okay, here's what I can try and do. I actually can't believe that works. That's kind of... That freaked me out, actually. Holy crap. Wait. Is there actually... I'm so confused. Is there actually no reason to climb back up there? Well, clearly not, because this would be the way, wouldn't it? I have to go all the way back. Liar ahead? What do you mean? I don't get it. I assume this would be like the most difficult tower to get to? Then again, I don't know about the one in Atlas Plateau. Atlas Altus. I can be forgiven for that. God. That's mad. Yeah, what does that say? No campsite ahead. Really? I assume the idea is just to keep climbing up. It's an interesting concept to climb up the outside of a divine tower rather than in. But oh, yes, the dude was okay. But yeah, as I say, like it's interesting that like the concept is interesting. I don't know if I approve of the execution of it. It's a bit awkward. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's not... That's definitely not cool. I don't know how this boy's managed to survive that. Did he just reset? No, yeah, he died. Okay. Spare ahead. What the fuck is going on? Oh. I still want to see what this does. Dung. I thought it might have been a switch. I haven't done this before. Oh, they're gonna be archers, aren't there? Or sorcerers. This game hates me. Jumping required? I think not. Oh my god! Calmness, oh calmness. Ugh. What? I can't use torrent here. Well then what? Death? Because I can't make that jump, that's impossible. Oh, I need to drop down, don't you? I hate this game. That's... Why do FromSoft always insist to put, like... Goddamn... Can I just set it this way? Why do FromSoft always insist on having, goddamn... platforming in their games when it doesn't work, so we don't actually have to deal with that. What? I'm gonna... Once we take this up, I'm gonna very quickly have a little look, see what the point. My dad notes. The Godskin Apostle's down there. We've already fought a Godskin Apostle. I mean, we could... It's gonna be like the most lackluster thing ever. Duh. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. I don't see the point, but we'll do it. No, we'll do it because we're ticking it off. I mean, I don't know what bosses are and aren't locked off to me after the game. That's one of the things about this. Hate this. I hate this because you could so easily overshoot it. And now I'm aiming for that. Is that what's happening here? Yeah. Can't even see it. Look at that all the way down there. Oh my god. Do you think the silver cat ring exists in this game? That would be hilarious. I'm looking up. If the silver cat ring exists, we have transcended. The long tail cat talisman, soft cotton, and assassins. Do we have any of that? I doubt it. That would be hilarious if we did. Do we? That's true. Do we have any talismans for it? Where can we find a talisman? Oh, there's no point, is there? I mean, just thinking about this for a second, like, because if we like pull anything like higher than like a 20-meter drop, we're dead anyway. Because FromSoft are really weird about how full damage works in these games. I keep thinking that's gonna bugger up, largely because there's always a really good chance that it will. That can't be the way that I know it is, but I hate it because how can I see? Like, I don't understand. Video game, please. This way. Oh, God. Just try my patience. This is why I'm not currently talking about my thoughts in this game right this second. Because if I were to do that, I think I might go crazy. So I can't... generally, I don't get it. Like that. And that. You wanna go home? Oh, me too, bud. Me too. I see it. Are you kidding me? I turned a corner. I turned the goddamn corner and that happened. I have to do that jump again. Oh. You know what? If RobSoft came out, if Miyazaki came out and said that this entire game was like designed to try and see how like what they could get away with in terms of like people saying that this shit's good, I'd believe him. I'd absolutely believe him. So I can't lock on. I can't, because if I lock on, then I'm gonna fall off around the corner. This is beyond cruel. This is torture. Where does this lead? Probably held. I don't like this one bit. Really? Here we go. To our death. I've lost the plot. Mentally, I'm gone. I don't understand what this game wants anymore. What is 4 damage? How can that possibly happen? How, like... It's like all the shit with Torrent as well. Like, I don't understand how 4 damage works with Torrent. I don't understand how... I just don't understand. I'm gonna resolve these, and then I'm gonna go to my happy place. There's gonna be someone that's screaming out there that I'm using this stuff when I should be like utilizing it differently. I don't care. I'm here for the levels at this point. I've got all I need elsewhere. Like, as long as I get my equip load up at this point, I can carry anything. Okay, so the Godskin Apostles just past this door. Got you. It's gonna be really awkward if we can use ashes in here. Oh well, he's just dead then, isn't he? Unless they, for some reason, make him more difficult. Oh. Oh, fair enough. You know, all in all, I actually I like this boss. I don't like his counterpart, but I like this area. Okay, so that's it. Godslayer's great sword. Jesus, don't. Uh, don't tell what's his name about it. A weapon that will slay a god. Hmm. Well, to be fair, he's lost his mind at this point, so it's fine. Okay, so I guess we'll go up here next. Let's talk about this game now. I think it's been long enough at this point. So I did a bit of a narrative, like a rant. Um, at the end of the last stream, because that's when we finished the game. We can talk a bit more loosely now about the rest of the game. I like how Aram is trying to take us on. This is the final boss of Elden Ring. Oh, there we go. But yeah, anyway. I think gameplay-wise, like combat-wise anyway, this game suffers from a lot of the same issues that Blade, the likes of Dark Souls 3 in particular. And that's a focus on animations, like spectacle. I know I keep saying the word spectacle substance, but it really is just that simple. This game has a weird obsession with wanting the player to be overpowered. Which you may... We're going to take on the Merchant Hunters, by the way. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, this game has a really weird obsession with wanting the player to be overpowered. I'm pretty sure there's one that's going to spawn up here. The first time I played this game, there was a dude here. Do I have to do them in like ascending order or something like that? I doubt it. I'm pretty sure that the idea is that you're meant to find them at night time. I'm gonna look this up real quick. But yeah, it's really poor in my mind that FromSoft have actually decided to go ahead with the idea that weapon arts and weapon skills should be a thing that these games double down on. And the reason why I say that is because, sorry, I'm just looking this up real quick. And the reason why I say that is because if you put an emphasis on the player, essentially bell bearing content, that's what they're called. You put an emphasis on the player being able to press a button and then deal like a shit ton of damage, you get to the point if the motion is adjuvant, that indicates that the oh, okay, so if we do that, it should be good. But yeah, From Software have this weird fascination with the player. So is the merchant gone? Yeah, so he's about to appear then. No, the merchant's still here. I guess we could just go to the War Master Shack then, which is, well, this is the real boss of Elden Ring now. Trying to remember where all this shit is. Postal Church be live. We're looking for the shack. I can't remember what the War Master Shack is. That is fun. So yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get like a coherent thought out. I've still got my head screaming at me, going, Scott, you just need to chill for a second. Okay, you're not doing particularly well. I understand. I understand. However, I will continue. Oh, the War Master Shack is like here? What the fuck? Okay. I guess here's the best place to go though. So yeah, right, now I can try and get this thought out. From Software have this weird obsession ever since Dark Souls 3 with weapon skills and weapon arts and that sort of stuff. Where they want to grant the player the ability to do a shit ton of damage by pressing a single button. That's an issue. Because what you're essentially doing then is you're taking away any and all strategy from the player, or at least you're limiting the strategy of the player, and you're replacing it with a press to win button. And it can well and truly, is it? Well, the motion's gone. I think. Ah, yeah, here we go. I like the fact this dude just has a shield where he can use it. Oh, he used it. He used that. That's doing. He does damage. Holy shit, he got me. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, you take like the Bloodhound Fang ability, and essentially what you're dealing with there is a weapon that does so much shit for the player without the player needing to even think about it. It goes in, it deals a heavy attack, and then it dodges out the way afterwards. I don't know if I need to point out why that's madness. But essentially what you're doing with that is you're telling the player that they don't need to time their attack, and they don't need to time their dodge, because just with a single button press, it gets it all out the way with. So you would then think that it would be hard to get said weapon, and then it would be hard to power up said weapon. But no. Instead, for some unknown reason, the developers decided that the weapon would be one of the earliest weapons you can get in the game. And on top of that, that the somber smithing stones that you would need in order to power it up would be not just plentiful, but they'd also be all over the frickin' place as well. I know those two things sound similar, but you can have something that's plentiful and hidden, or harder to get. Like, for example, tying some of the smithing stones exclusively to certain types of bosses or something like that. I don't know if I like that idea, but at the very least, I mean, look at that. So that's him done. But yeah, Church of Owls next. I recognise the Church of Owls. I just don't know where the fuck it is. But it's a church. Just listening to the giants scream in the background. Church pilgrimage. Oh, that's a thing. We still haven't done the grafted scion yet. We can do that in a bit. I can't remember where the Church of Bells is. Like, the locations for these bosses ain't that difficult. You know, they're common places. There's not a lot of these guys, to be fair. By going crazy? Perhaps. Is it Lavinia? Why can't I remember what the Church of Bells is? Holy shit. Villain. Oh, it's because we haven't gone to it. It's that one there, isn't it? That's fine. But yeah. Let me just try to back up and reiterate. Give the player a button to press, which deals a heavy amount of damage, and then they can just zip away from it whenever they want. Essentially tears the game in two. I didn't press that. Out once again with things like Somber Smithing Stones and all that sort of stuff being all over the place. And not at all hard to get whatsoever. When you compare them to something like the late game Titanite shards, which are particularly rare to get. Essentially what you do is you give the player a win, regardless. Like, the player cannot fuck up, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Regardless of, I was going to say we're in the wrong place. Regardless of how lazily or how shoddily the player may approach a game like this, in that scenario, where the player has a literal button which can do something like, once again, a shit ton of damage, followed by something like an evasion, or just a shit ton of damage period, you are never not going to use it. There will never be a scenario where you look at the secondary ability for your weapon and say, I think that's a bad idea. Because essentially you can brute force the game past a point. Yeah, I know that you're here. I was going to talk to you at some point, but does it not count as night time? Why is that all the way over there? What is that? I'm so confused right now. What am I looking at? What is it? I got rid of that. Thank you. But yeah. I think also there's this, like, taste of reality some people need when it comes to this game. Which is that, when it comes to Souls games in general, which is that, Combat in these games is always satisfying, but not remarkable. And I think that needs to be reminded. Because even in something like this, people will be like, "Oh yeah, but can you see all the sick kicks, like kicks and flips you can do and all that sort of stuff?" And you couldn't do that in previous From Software games, and that's why this one's better. I would probably say that's arguably why it's worse. The idea that once again, like, you can perform a series of animations that prolong the idea of a health bar going down in something like this is it's always weird to me, because I always come at something like this thinking to myself, okay, but say that when you press a button to swing a sword in a game, a damage dealing button, your goal is to deal said damage, right? In that scenario, the simpler the animation, the better. And normally what you're dealing with at a point is timing. More so than anything else, I think. And yes, like, the more impressive the animation is, like, the more people are going to lose themselves in the moment. But then you would probably argue, is it efficient for that animation to play the way it is? This is the Church of Bells, isn't it? Yeah, it definitely is. I'm trying to think where he is. Is he over here? This is good. This dude's got to be close by, right? I feel like I'm losing my shit here. I don't really know what else I can do. I could rest at the site place again. Okay. I could have sworn that he's out in the field. Oh, is it because it's nearly sunrise? That might be it. I mean, it looks pretty nighttime-ish to me. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so something like the timing of like attacks. Like having the animations play out longer for the sake of a fancy flip or something like that actually hinders the player. I will say that FromSoft are genuinely good enough to oh, was it that? They're generally good enough to maintain the players, like the animation length in general. I'm like I'm going across that here. I'm like we haven't been here before, so he can't be here. Oh no, we haven't been here before in this playthrough, so we can't not be here. God, this reminds me of doing like the secret bosses in Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I heard something. Did I? Nope, apparently I didn't. But yeah, like that could just... Oh god, I can't make a coherent point at the moment. If I ride around for a bit. It's gotta be around here, right? Is there something I need to do in order to get him to show up? Am I missing something with this one? I mean... Do I need to buy something from...
Your Thai welcome. I am my apology. Do you know how it came?
I don't know.
The
Oh.
shattering. It is here by the matrimony, and so the earth.
See, this tells you a bit about...
You are free. I would serve if you find it, unless perhaps.
Vanilla.
In which case I will.
And Radagon, which is pretty cool. So...
Possessing. Then I would like concerning Radagon repented his order of this mirror, and so to
So,
restore.
it's cool to have us here, but
Oh, what very well. Heresy, all things. Oh, what very well. Heresy, all things.
do I have to purchase something from him? I mean, we'll get that. I don't want it, but at the very least, that should work, right? And then we rest. Then we get up. Is that it? Oh my god. I don't get it. I don't get it. Bell, Baron, Hunter, Church of Bells. Oh, okay. So if we do like that, rest until night over here, and then fast travel to the church. We just need the merchant to be gone, essentially. If we do that, anyways, as I was saying, is he gone? Nope, you're still here. I don't understand. I could have sworn that, like, he was fought out in this field. Um, Maybe if we... Because technically we rested until nightfall. So it should be like noon tonight. If we tried morning? Oh, I have no idea if this is going to work. Will this work? No, you're still here. Am I going crazy? I figure we are crazy. Oh my god. Goddamn bosses, man. Like, bear in mind as well that, like, I'm doing all this at the moment so I can fight a boss and then just wipe it out of the way. It's like the Godskin Apostle, man. You spend so much time trying to fight things. Do we have to exhaust your dialogue?
Greeting. To experience absolution. The miracle. And this time, if you, I hope that you wish Lord Radigan came to be soon. However, Radigan taking the mystery as to why and moreover.
Oh no.
You wish he is the great, sadly, and then, you know, it's said that a faint when he glimpsed, and as such,
Thanks.
in the end, now she, the grim, you would do severing of
Oh my god,
You
please.
know, a famed when he glimpsed, and as such, you know, it's a fame when he glimpsed, and as such, it
Is that a hit?
to experience absolution.
Holy crap, please let that be it. He's still there. It's because it's daytime now. Is he still there? Mr. Turtle. I don't understand. I definitely haven't fought this boss before. That's the thing. I definitely haven't, because we haven't come to the Church of Bells in this playthrough. So the very notion that, like, this boss wouldn't be here is mad. Oh, I just didn't exhaust his dialogue. Okay, so he's here now. Oh. It's because weapon swings are... There we go. Yeah, it's because weapon swings take a while. Right, so... Next one should be at the Hermit Merchant Shack, which is... somewhere. And wherever that is, it's a place I want to be. I've just realised that, like, I've done nothing in Altus Plateau yet. Atlas, Altus Plateau for death. It's definitely the shack I have been to yet. I don't know. Is it that one? It could be. Um, could be good. I might be that actually. How are we gonna get to that for this? Okay, cool. Bloodloo, I'm gonna get a point out at some point, but hey, you see what I did there? But we are playing video games at the same time. If I was just running about, this would be significantly easier just to sit back and converse. But once again, I'm dealing with a head cold and trying to get through this at the same time. Right, words. So, oh, you're not a boss. Okay. No, you're not a boss. I don't. Holding down. Thank you. It's shit like that, right? That dude just shows up as a regular enemy in this area, which you would think like, yeah, that makes sense. Altus Plateau, you know, you're gonna end up here at some point, right? And this is a fairly late game area. Yeah, that makes sense. Why up until the point when you realise that this is an open world game? And considering this game is more open, it should not be doing its darnest to account for where the player is going to be at what point. To be quite frank, it just does not work that way. Alright, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Needed a little break real quick. So yeah, see, I'm downing a lot of liquids at the moment because normally whenever I get a headache this bad, it's due to dehydration. So I'm trying to eliminate that possibility. Although there are people in my household that have their own versions of the cold at the moment as well, so that's fun. Anyway, proceeding onwards. So yeah, I was talking about. That's probably a good place to start. See, this is going to be a lot more coherent when we do the podcast, because obviously up until we actually get around to doing that, my thoughts are going to be scattershot, because I'm not looking at my notes. I can't guide myself mentally through this. So it's going to be significantly better to talk about when I get to that. So as of right now, it is all just so right. Words. Produce them. Yes, sir. Do we have to talk to you?
Is somewhat custom well.
What have we got? Progression. That's what I wanted to talk about. Oh. that all it took? Yeah. Oh my god, don't do that. That's fine, actually. No, don't do that, actually. That's barbaric. That's barbaric. Okay. There we go. Just wanted to get rid of them. Now I can focus on this. It's not skill based. There's nothing skill based about this. I'm trapped. I can jump out, I could roll away. There was nothing skill based about that whatsoever. Oh my god. But yeah, I was talking about progression. So, this game can't really account for where the player will go and when. And what's even more worse about that? Even more worse. What's worse about that is how there are warp gates about the place that actively incentivize the player to go to late game areas early on. Which means that there's every reason to believe that at some point the player will just... Yeah, there's every reason to believe that at some point the player will just end up there's every reason to believe that at some point the player will just travel to a late game area and deal with a type of enemy that has since become a boss that has since become a regular enemy. I actually hate this. Because now one of them is about to try and cast death on me. I've locked into the animation. There's nothing I could have done about that, and that isn't the length of a heavy attack normally. That's the end of the combo, so... Spamming B like no tomorrow with that one. This is just watching me appear and go back. But yeah, as I was saying, just to reiterate once again, this game can't account for the player going to a late game area early because of all the warp gates about the place, which means that it's entirely reasonable that at some point the player will encounter a field boss as a regular enemy. I don't know where the hitbox for attack's meant to be. I am once again slammed into a corner. There we go. So yeah, with like the Deathlight build, for example, that popping up, or even if like you fought the Valiant Gargoyles at some point, but you've encountered one of the Deathlight builds beforehand, it does become like really awkward how they are essentially the same thing. I think there's only one left. That should be the Dragon's Barrow one. Which is all the way down here. But then again, you have to start questioning things as well, where like, okay, so if the game can't genuinely account for where the player is going to be at what point, how does the game account for what equipment the player has at what point? And then we have an issue, because if you can't do that, one of them we're done. But yeah, if you can't account for that, then we've just entered an area, like a zone of the game where it's like, I don't know what you want from me anymore. Like, when does something like that impede on the game becoming a challenge? At what point can you confidently say that the game is accounting for everything that you're doing? And truth be told, the game's accounting for everything that you're doing as long as you're following a straight line. Mad. These combos are mad. Yeah. it's entirely annoying because everything this dude is doing is just the exact same shit as before. It's just that his health bar just gets bigger. He doesn't have any new combos. There is no new challenge to this dude. The new challenge is just staying alive again. Except now he's got a shit ton of health. Where's our... Oh, that's the thing, I've got this sword in order of, like, when we got the shit. We'll try a quicker weapon. I don't care about the runes, we're good, we're good. Yeah, but continue with the thought I had anyway. If you make a game like this and then you say that, like, oh, the player can, like, use a number of, like, what points to go wherever they want as early as possible. This shit's just tedious at this point. I... There we go. Shit. Is there... Okay, there is. Okay, good. Oh, don't do that. This might be interesting. That is bollocks. We're dead. Fucking hell. Most bosses in this game are designed as like rhythm fights. It's it's not skill, it's not challenge, it's the only skill involved in it is for the player to have the ability to like dodge at the right time. Holy shit. Okay, well, that's fine, game. You can bug out if you want. Like, at this point, why do I care? Like, we're... Just... I remember the Tower Knight. I remember really liking the Tower Knight from Demon Souls. I remember liking a lot of what is the range of that attack? That was death. Bloodhound's Finesse, that's the name of the thing right here. Bloodhound's Fang is the name of the weapon. It's mad, as I said, because fights like this just equate to me doing this. And I don't know why you can't get visceral. That's... His attacks go for the fucking house. And look at where we're fighting as well. What? The game just crashed. Did the game actually just crash? No goddamn way did the game... I can't... The game's only showing up on the preview. Are we all witnessing this? Are we all seeing this at the moment? What the hell is going on? Okay, there we go. Like, legitimately... Oh, it's gonna stagger for a bit. It's nearly been 8 months. Fix your game. It tabbed me out. That was generally the game doing it as well. Because that's happened before. And it's only ever happened for this. There are so many bugs with this game. Oh. See, that's the thing, like, you've just visually seen this game just jitter out on me. Left, right, and centre. We've been through, like, this entire playthrough together. And we're at this point now where it's like... Can anyone honestly tell me? How this game got 9s and 10s when it stutters the shit out like that. Like, yes, it's very nice how fluid his animations are, and the series of attacks he has. Same with a myriad of bosses in this game, but you can't account for everything they're doing because now one single animation, something as simple as raising a sword, could mean one of 20 different things. It looks nice, but it's horrible for the player because now they're playing a game. They're playing a guessing game. Not a game where you can predict what's going on, but a game where you have... like... so little chance of actually being able to predict that. What am I meant to do now? He's bugging out. He doesn't know where he's going. And the cliff's right there, isn't it? Well, I don't know, because... for fuck's sake! It's horrible. It's actually horrible. Because the player comes into this boss thinking, okay, well I can't be backed up that way, because there are a bunch of enemies in that direction, so of course I'm not going to go in that direction. So they're going to keep backing up over there, where there's a cliff. That's part of the challenge, isn't it? Fuck off. No, it's not. That's why it's bullshit. Because what I'm now trying to account for is the terrain, him, the shack, and the cliff. Like, because I generally don't know what's behind me. I don't know. Is there a cliff behind me as well? Yeah, there was. So if I get... oh no, I don't know actually. dodged out of the way! And look, he grabbed me mid-dodge. That's insane. Invincible frames are nothing in this game. Look at my health. Remember how quickly it was to stagger him before? There we go. That did nothing. Okay, so now I can't do that. Shields up. I can't handle this. The game can't handle this. Look at this performance. What the fuck is going on? I can't see anything. This is mental. This is actually mental. This boss was just shoved here by the developers because they thought that it would be cool if he was placed here. Not because they thought that this would be like a great arena for him or anything like that. Don't fucking touch me! This game's got like the biggest amount of copium going on at the moment. It's insane. No, I was going to say it's insanity or it's insane, but my brain couldn't decide between the two because my brain can't work at the moment when I'm dealing with a boss that really wasn't designed for this place. Why are there so many bosses in... Well, I mean, I know why there are so many bosses in this game that are just here for no apparent reason. It doesn't excuse why they're here for no apparent reason. You just spawned all around the place. That didn't hit me. Legitimately, the first time around, that did not hit me. I'm only dead now. Can't dodge out of the way of that. You have to go left or right. That's fine. Oh, you're kidding me. Are you kidding me? Look at this. The game can't keep up with it. It's actual insanity. I can't keep up with it. I have no idea what's happening half the time. This controller in my hand is useless. Like there is I might as well just be like blind picking cards. I'm dealing with the fact that it's night time, so I can't see it properly. I'm dealing with the fact that his attacks are like the wind-up twist attacks. It's just pure insanity. Once again, him doing one motion with that sword can be one of a billion different things, so I have to roll back as far as I possibly can. The only thing that I'm sure of is a shield bash. And he always does a shield bash when it's least convenient to me. You get heal punished so hard. That should be wrong. That is wrong. That's it. It's a heal punish. That's exactly what the shield bash is. Which attack did I die from there? Was it him reaching for a shield because he was doing that? Was it him calling his sword back because he was doing that? Or was it him swinging his sword because he was also about to do that as well? It's so goddamn funny, isn't it? How we get past what I deem to be the cheapest boss in a Souls game, which is the Radagon and the Elden Beast. Radagon because it's just particle effects all over the place. The Elden Beast because he is gigantic, doesn't fit on the screen, and basically just exists. To sap your goddamn stamina. Look at this. Can we just assess the arena for a second and look what he's asking me to find on? He's the same girl as the shack. He's never done that before. His attacks go through objects. That should be wrong. I can't get over his reach. It's insane. This is in Caled as well. Like, it's not like that this is a fight that was in, like... I mean, we went to Altus Plateau. The Altus Plateau fight was way easier than this. Where does his sword go? Look at that! I am losing my mind. I'm legitimately losing my mind. I just... It's got nothing to do with like attack windows or anything like that, because the second you do an attack, the time it takes for the animation to play out, the recovery time, the time which you have no control over, that is when he follows up. He punishes you for attacking, he punishes you for healing. His combo is gonna last anywhere for anything. God damn. Yeah, his combos can last anywhere between 3 hits to like 12. And I only say 12 because he follows up his swipes. I don't care. I don't have to do this boss. I don't want to do this boss. Okay, we're gone. I can do it. That's the problem. That's what's going through my head at the moment. I don't know if a heavy weapon's going to do anything about it. This is the kind of boss where an Ash would come in handy. But the game's not going to be as generous to allow something like that. Look at that. I swear the reach for his attacks changes. I couldn't do anything! The recovery time! Like, literally within the space of me trying to recover from one thing. No, fuck it. We're gone. I hate it. 9 out of 10 rings. Right, what else can we do? There's a shit ton of stuff in Altus Plateau that we haven't done. Still. We could do... we could do the Grafted Scion. I think because we just need the imbued thing for that, don't we? I was trying to think about the best place to get that. So we need to go to the Chapel of Anticipation. In order to do that, we need to go to the 4 belfries. I can't remember where the 4 belfries are. Oh, they're right there, aren't they? Okay, that one. I should probably point out that if you want to know, like, how stupid this game is, accounting for where you're at, one of the, like, the warp points that we're about to go to, one of the warp points nearby where we are. Yep, they are sniping us from a distance. One of the warp points that we can go to can legitimately take you to the Crumbling Farum Azula, the late game area, like the last dungeon in the game. It can take you straight there in this area. And all you need is an item you can get early on. The developers did that because yep, nope, I don't know why they did that. Because it was funny. Probably. Because why account for balancing in a game that allows the player just to go right to the end in the second major area by accident, by the way, because let's be honest, you're not gonna know. Just like that, yeah. Yeah, you're not gonna know when you go through this game. Um, there should be a thing around here that tells us which one it is. Oh, well, it's definitely this one then. Okay. Yeah, one of them takes you to, what is it? So, the last dungeon in the game. One of them takes you back to the Chapel of Anticipation to start the game. One of them takes you to Nokron, and one of them... I'm not sure, actually. I think the fourth one might actually contain the key to open the previous three. I don't know what we're doing now. There we go. Hey, now that we're here, you're probably wondering what we could do next. The game actually flips you off at this point. It's kind of... It's both cruel, funny, and annoying. Because you're here now and you're like, oh great, I didn't get to go over there before. Look at that church over there. Sure can't wait to check that out. I don't actually know if we can get... Oh lord. Let's find out. You plummet to your death. Here's what happens if you continue along this way. Look! It's the beginning of the game. How cool would it be if when you come back here, there was an entire area or something like that. This is where you put like a sub area. You know, not before. You know, that like coming back here should be a big deal. I mean, it generally is treated like a big deal in every other Souls game. Anyway, so this is what happens if you decide to explore. This is your reward for it. You're gonna love this. Behold, butterfly. Oh! Oh, you fall to your death. That's this game in a nutshell, isn't it? I think it's probably the best way to describe how I feel about Elden Ring is that it's what if the A team made Dark Souls 2. You know, but with the if they still had to make Dark Souls 2 with the same MO, this is how it would be done. Then there'll be people that champion the shit out of that, and I will never be one of them. Oh, peace, 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 inner peace, inner peace. So I should probably return back to saying that, once again, I don't think this is a bad game. I do actually adore a lot of this game. But you have to remember, guys, that just because, like, you can like something that's broken, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because there's a lot in this game which I do genuinely love and adore. And most of that is to do with what continues over from Dark Souls 3, and what worked about Dark Souls 3. But it's a bit more refined, you know? Which is why it's on the list, you know, but it's dancing up and down. Like, on one day I'll say that this is better, on another day I'll say that Dark Souls 3 is better. It entirely just depends on how I'm feeling on the day. Do we want to do anything in Altus Plateau? Because I keep talking about it, and I might as well. We've got... we've still got that church up here that we didn't do anything with. If I think about the positives of this, I do think that the NPC side quests are among the best in the series overall. Well, that's the issue. With every positive comes a caveat, right? Comes this negative pushback. And that negative pushback in regards to hang on. Yeah, we follow it. No, wait. I'll put that there. So I can follow the path through. Yeah, with every positive thing I have to say about this game, there's always a but or an and. Well, an and but. Or but. You get what I mean. So, like, once again, with the NPCs, I think that the NPCs in this game are among the best that FromSoft has done. But they serve as a way to showcase how sorry, I thought that might have been a random ass church in the middle of nowhere. They serve as a way to show the player how poor the narrative of this game is. Because once again, like the quest with Rani outshines anything the main story in this game has to offer. I'm getting sick of the delayed button inputs at times. Spamming the D-pad going, I want to go on torrent. But yeah, a part of it just sort of feels like this game is incredibly in love with itself. Like, I know that's not possible, but in my mind, when I picture Elden Ring, I picture this smug title that exists to be like, hey, look how shiny I am, jingle jingle. And it's 100% everything I think that Dark Souls 1 went against. Dark Souls 1 wasn't trying to go out here to look at to say, look how fancy it is, right? It wasn't trying to say, look at all my cool animations, look at how epic I could be. That wasn't the point. Dark Souls was epic. Well, I mean that's saying that's a subjective thing, but I mean no, there is a definition for epic, so I guess it could be an objective statement. Saying that something like Dark Souls 1 is an epic, I think. Well, I personally believe that Dark Souls 1 was epic by, like, as a side effect. I don't think it did it intentionally. And that's a big distinguishing thing that probably goes by the wayside more often than you'd think. Everything I did in Dark Souls 1, I felt this, like, profound satisfaction that I was the one that pulled that off. Alright, we can't. Okay. I got you. You fight them in the light. Well, you know what I say to that? We don't have to fight them. And that's where this game falls flat. Well, that's where this dungeon falls flat. What am I doing here? This? Okay. That. Oh, come on. I can't, I genuinely can't focus. I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. Okay, we're good, we're good. Is it down yet? So much going on. Right. Okay, no, fine. You wanna do that? You wanna do that? There we go. Fucking hell. Okay. Close to whatever the boss of this area is meant to be. I'm assuming this way. This is right back where we start. The game really crashed on me there. That was great. Oh, I don't. Okay. Wait, so was that entire way the optional way? I guess so. Nope. This is the optional way. Or is it? I don't know anymore. It's just that. It's just intense, violent screaming. The video game. That's what this is. I mean, to be fair, that's what Bloodborne is, but... I love the tone of Bloodborne. Oh god, it's just... FromSoft games make it extremely hard to with them, you know? Like, there's a lot to appreciate, and I think that a lot of what makes these games great shines through. But then, like, So divert for another lever, you can just go through all of that. Okay. And like the first little thing that you get, like the first little alternative route round. No, but that just takes me back. Why would I want to? This game just screaming for me to head right back to the entrance each every single time. I've gotten here. I think I've earned the right to get in. Turn back and then see platter. So is this actually a different place? Strong foe ahead. Oh no, you won't. I'm wondering when we're going to see one of you. That there, ladies and gentlemen, was the worst enemy in the game. It's now dead. Be thankful that you will not have to see why it is the worst enemy in the game. Except for the fact that there is a boss variant. Oh, God. I'm looking for a lever. That's all I want to do. It respawns. It goddamn respawns. Well done, champion. What do you mean? Will it come down? Okay. You're kidding me. The dude's like Darth Maul. Thank you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Dude, this is the only way for this to happen. That's how the door opens this time around. So when the game dishes you into thinking that the door will open through a lever, this is the one time. The one time that's not true. Oh my god. Look at how far down it is. Oh no, don't worry, game. You know, you don't have to have you don't have to have a single ounce of originality in you. Yeah, just keep using the same music that you've been using this entire time. That's fine. I look at my dude. Look at my dude over there. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, you can pretend that you're the lost tribe. That's fine by me. I have no idea what the fuck he's doing. Right, we're gone. I want to make coherent sentences and thoughts, but this game won't let me. Well, we did it. We went to the goddamn church, and you know what we got? That wasn't even the church. That was just a side area. We got an ash for it. An ash that is largely redundant. Because we've beaten the game. You know the one area that would be kind of cool to go back and revisit? The capital. You know one area that we can't go back to revisit? The capital. To be fair, that's honestly, I don't give a shit that much about not being able to go back there because I don't care for the place. But I do find it just goddamn amusing that an area like that is an area that could have been like so vast, you know, and so intriguing, and it does have its layers to it. Don't get me wrong. Just say like you went through it and then you kept going through the game thinking, oh, it's fine. It's a bit tough right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on ahead, get a few levels in, and then come back. And then you do all the stuff leading up to Mikolash. Mikolash? Like, I can't remember what to say. But you go all the way there, and you're rewarded by being locked out. They could have at least like covered over the area and ash or something like that on the map to prevent the player from thinking that they can head back, because they can't. But there's a dungeon there. I think there's like 2 dungeons there. There's the grotto that we can go to. That's underneath the bridge. Did we go to the Storm Core Church? Is that where we're just at? Yeah. So, it's like, okay. If any game in the Souls series deserved a deserved an ability to like respawn bosses, I'd have said this would have been the one. Oh, you know what? You could do what other games do with open worlds that change dynamically as time goes on. Have a chapter select. Give the player the ability to go back without enforcing a new game plus. I say without enforcing a new game plus. This game's not enforcing a new game plus. This game isn't even aware that it has a new game plus, even though it does. You start it up and I don't know if it's been fixed, but I can tell you from experience, it's a breezy thing to do. I don't think this game has the oomph to do a new game plus efficiently. If only because not efficiently. What's the word? What are the words I'm trying to find? It doesn't have the staying power for a new game plus because of how overpowered you can get. So it sort of runs into this issue where this is the one area I was thinking of where it was running with ours. Mistel, just on the side. There's like another cave that's got one as well. I don't understand it. Is this the poison one? Oh, I'm sure that boss had some great lore. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? We are... See, shit like this looks so interesting right off in the distance, and you can't do anything with it. It's just there glowing at you on the map as if it's like, oh yeah, we had reason to do that. I didn't even show off the Colosseum all the way back here. There's just a giant Colosseum in Limgrave that just exists for no apparent reason. You can't get access to it or anything like that. It's just down by the coast somewhere. We've got the Old Atlas Tunnel we can do. Oh, we've already done the Old Atlas Tunnel. We've got all the stuff on the other side of Volcano Manor over here. So like, there's another hero thing where we can get the ash over there. You know what? I think I'm alright. I think at this point, we could enact a new game plus, and I could show you a bit about a bit of how that plays, because I think that'd be interesting to show off. What do I want to do real quick? Level up. No, we don't. Okay. Yep. Begin journey 2. Let's do it. It's kind of funny that now we launched it. We launched this game, and then we're just saying like, well, grafted, grafted sire. How funny! And yep, we've got our mimic tears and all that sort of jazz. Yeah, we'll just get copies of that. And then we can run all the way over here. It'd be funny if we could just, like, warp anywhere we wanted to right now. Remember the old serrated tree spirit? I do. Fun times, am I right? But yeah, from this level, there's not really a lot that's preventing us from running to. I mean, the only thing that's preventing us from running straight to Ultra's Plateau and finishing off the game again is that we have to kill a bunch of bosses. Here we go. Look at this. Oh, like, see, even starting this, going for Journey 2, and get to this point, it's like, this won't get old. This section here. Hey, you know what would be pretty cool? If the New Game Plus, because the amount of bosses that are here, maybe you could have unlocked them then. Anyway, that's the True Sentinel. Shall we go off and do the dragon for a laugh? I mean, I suppose that, like, the main reason for going back to this game is just experimenting with builds again. But, I wouldn't even say that that's, like... It's not like a Dark Souls 3 where, like, oh, look, I dex boot, like, I could go back and do, like, a dex build, and I can see how cool the weapons are for that, and see how scaling works for that, and or I can go back and do like a sorcerer's build to see how that. Like, I'm interested to see what a sorcerer's build is like for this game, but going back and let's say experiencing what this game has to offer. In terms of like other builds, sort of becomes redundant when everything went down in a few hits initially anyway. That was delayed. All of this dude's best attacks are taken from the Wyvern in Dark Souls 3. I don't know how many people picked up on that. And with that, I'm going to leave it here. See you guys in the next one. Adios.